First, please excuse my bad English because it's very, very long ago that I had a talk in English. And at this time I read only English, and it's far different to speak and to read. So here you see my name, that's the correct spelling, V-O-S-Z. And I want to talk something about converting PostScript files to PDF. You can see here you can try EPS to PDF, PST to PDF, and so on. I do not really know how many packages or scripts we have to go from PostScript to PDF. That's not important. This is the traditional way of take. You have a DVI file, the driver, PostScript file, and so on. You can use GoScript or, if you like, Distiller. This was also the way the LaTeX companion and the graphics companion were produced. And the size of the PS file from the graphics companion was about 600 megabytes. And when I wanted to convert it to PDF, it takes about 60 minutes. Good time to go into the kitchen and drink a cup of coffee. So it makes some sense to use the right way. Do we have a pointer here, a laser pointer? Okay. You can use PS to PDF. That's an easy way. I don't want to show it. This is this way. And the package EPS to PDF is very easy to use. You only load the package and then run the file with the option shell escape. That's all. You do not read the extension here. I use it only that you believe me that it's really an EPS file. So this is my test file. We have only, can you see it? Okay. Graphic X and the package EPS to PDF. And my EPS file is nothing else than dummy as an image. So you can use PDF LaTeX, option shell escape, whatever test, okay. And you can see that the converting is done on the fly. And we have our PDF file. It looks bad because it's in PNG image and I had to choose it from another document because I killed it in the morning. Okay. Second one. I show it only for some historical reason. You can use zipped images, but then we need an additional file which holds the bounding box values, like this one. It makes no real sense nowadays because space is no problem. But I have an example here. An EPS file of 24 megabytes. This one makes no sense. It is very short and nobody needs it to zip this file. But this one, very big, and we need the bounding box. It's no problem. I can search in the file. Also, a file name would be Fine. So, and I have to put this one into a file. Then I have it here. And I now zip the EPS image. You can see 5 megabyte instead of 24. So this makes sense if you have to move all the files over the internet to your publisher or whatever. My test document you see here. You need no additional package, only graphic_x. For the file name. No, that was wrong. Okay, and you have your DVI file. And can then convert it in the usual way with EPS to PDF or something else. Okay. It is no problem to use the package EPS to PDF for PNG or for GIF files. You run it in the same way. You can see here, I have to declare only some rules, what should be done for GIF files and for PNG files, and I add the extension, and that's all. You see here the EPS and the GIF file. Same way, shell escape to run external programs. And you can see here the conversion for PNG and the same, and we have the file test. And you see on the left the PNG and on the right the GIF file running with PDF LaTeX. The same can be done with LaTeX. You can use also here PNG, EPS or whatever. This example is from Heiko Oberdiek. Don't ask me why we only need this here. Tech doesn't know the size of the images, so you have to create 2 additional files for the bounding box with the extension BB. Oops. Just a moment. We have it here. This is the bounding box for the GIF file. You can get it in an easy way, file. There you have the size of the image, 92 times 188. And the same for the other one. Okay. And you can use these images also with LaTeX, excuse me. And the DVI file. And the same images, PNG and GIF. So using PSTricks with PDF LaTeX, the first package was PDF Tricks. It had nothing to do with PDF itself because it enables only the system to use PDF LaTeX in the last run. In the first run, you always need a LaTeX run. And you can use, or you could use the first time JPEG, PNG, or PDF images together with PostScript related code. Oops. Oh, I've lost it. Ah, there it is. The only thing what you have to do is to encapsulate your preamble, which is PostScript related, into the environment PS inputs. Like here, we use these packages only for the LaTeX run and not for the PDF LaTeX run. This is done by the system itself. Oh my dear. Sorry, the system is a bit confused here. So, my test file. This line is only for, or only to be sure that EPS to PDF is not loaded in the package by default. This has to be done because there's a little bug in PDF Tricks. And here you see the preamble only for the LaTeX run, and that's all. And here you can use it inline or as environment PDF display. It's similar to mass display. As I said, same procedure as every year. You can see here that you have the write 18 capability enabled, and I have my PDF file. Then Rolf Nieprasch created the package PST PDF. It uses the package preview from David Kastrup, and it cuts from the DVI file the images or the environments called PostScript. And you do not have to use the package if PDF. It makes only some sense that you do not have error messages or warning messages in your PDF output, but it's not really needed. In this case, you have to use 4 runs. The forerun, as usual, LaTeX, and it creates a DVI file which is not really usable for further purposes. You need it only to convert it to PostScript. And then we convert this file to PDF and have per page 1 image. This image can be cropped with a white space or a whole page. And then in the last PDF LaTeX run, the system inserts itself the images instead of running the code. Here you have 4 or 5 steps. You can use it here or you can use it not. This way is very easy. I load if PDF. If I'm running PDF LaTeX, then do nothing else, load the package PSTFun, GraphicX by default, and that's all. Here's an example with a frame box and a PostScript picture from PSTricks. We loaded an EPS image, which is also converted by default, and we can use the PNG image as usual. Everything is now done by the package itself. By the way, it was written by Will. Test. Oops. Okay, I used my shell script. So we have some new files. This is the container with the cropped images. There are only 2. One. There's the first page and the second page for the second image. Or I use this one, also a container, but with the cropped images, image 1 and image 2. And these one are inserted now in the last run, and I get my PDF. And the lower image is the PNG file. So you can use any PostScript related code in a PDF LaTeX run. This was created by Will, sorry. The package auto PSD PDF, as the name said, does everything by default. You have to do nothing else than to load the package auto PSD to PDF, and you need only a PDF LaTeX run, no more a LaTeX run. This is done by the package itself. And the same here, this package or this if PDF, you do not really need it. Our test file, only the package, use package auto, PST, PDF, and nothing else. And I directly run PDF LaTeX. And here is my PDF file. The first two are EPS images. This is a PostScript code, a PSTrix code. With TechLive 2010, you can use the optional argument PDF for PSTrix. Then it loads the package AutoPST PDF by default, and you also can use then the microtype package and whatever you can use for PDF tag. This is a shell script, Perl script, sorry, and the Perl program takes the LaTeX source and writes the preamble out. Then every text or graphic which is encapsulated in a PostScript environment or PS Picture environment, and it creates, in this case, n files. Then it takes the preamble of the original document and the first text graphic snippet and creates the document 1, document 2, I, and document n. And this n documents are run by the Perl program as usual, and it creates a PDF image. And it makes, well, it's not important if this is a real image or if it's text. And then you can convert it to PNG or whatever, JPEG, as you like it. It doesn't matter. This is done with the second document, with the I and N document. And now I have N images. Here's an example source. These two are extracted, and with the preamble of the original document, I have two sub-documents with the first and the second contents. And these two snippets are then run with include graphics for the first image and the second image and so on. And then I can use in the last run the way for PDF tag. Here's my source file. I have used package PSTrix, PSTFun, GraphicX, and no additional package. I use the PS Picture environment in the usual way. And here I have a special PostScript environment. There you can write whatever you want. It makes no sense here. The same here, I can use EPS images, but I have to use the PostScript environment the same way, and PNG as usual again. And instead of PDF LaTeX, I run PST. Oh, sorry, I will clear it. It creates a subdirectory images which holds all the sub-documents and the files. So I see. These are the warnings. They are not important because PDF tech cannot understand the PostScript code. You see, I have, this is the first subdocument, my original preamble from the main document, and the code for the PS Picture environment. And in this case, I've created PDF file, PDF, and a PNG. You can say what resolution do you want to have, 75 dpi the default, or you can say 150 or 300, just as you like. And you can also create JPEG, GIF, whatever. This way makes sense when you have files like your PSTricks, this PST magnetic field. There we have images. I show you one, which are very large. This is a density plot of the magnetic field, and in PostScript it's some bytes. It's no problem, but it's a program in PostScript, and when I convert it to PDF, I get file sizes from 2 or more megabytes, because I have to calculate every pixel for this image. Okay, and I can make the Cetan people happy when the document, like in this way, has only 2 megabytes. We have here 3 languages, English, German, and French. So I have about 7 megabytes for the whole package. Because I run it with PST to PDF, and I do not use the PDF images, I use the PNG images. You can see it here, for example. Here is the EPS file, 24 megabytes, PDF, 5 megabytes, and the PNG. You can run the PDF, EPS file. Okay, PDF, it's always the same. Takes some time. The same problem we have for the packages PST Fractal, PSTricks add, where I have a macro for solving questions of some special and here's a PNG, and it has 200 kilobyte. And instead of using PDF image, I use PNG, and I get really small files. Here you see the original file where I use the PDF instead of PNG, and the document is about 17 megabytes. And I have 3 languages, so I have 51 megabytes only for the documentation, and it is no fun when you have an internet connection, just like I have in Berlin with 2 megabyte bit, and then I take 3 hours for 50 megabytes for download. So these are only some possible ways of creating PDF files with PostScript related code. Will has a new package, PS Tool. I do not really understand where they sends it, but
It's very similar to your PS Tools.
yes. And there are also some packages from Heiko, Oberdiek, BMP size. You can use BMP images in a similar way or something else. These are the optional arguments for the Perl program. PST to PDF, you can use the image directory, the image types. PNG is only possible for Linux. You can say what extension should be used for the images. In this case, oops, sorry. In this case, PNG, you can say the temporary directory verbose, or if all should be cleared after running. The resolution scaling for include graphics. And you can say when you run it the second time, you do not need to create all images new. You can say no images, and then it uses the created ones. So I hope I had shown you something, how you can use it, or you can use packages or scripts for converting PostScript to PDF. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your excellent sense of timing. You had me nervous a little there because we have these little signs to wave around as the time goes down. And I guess you don't like to look at those signs,
Yeah.
but your timing was impeccable. You hit it right on the edge. Okay, are there any questions? Yes, Morris.
I'm afraid to say that I used all with the things you had talked about, and there is a common problem which I could not solve with any of these ways. And problem was this: suppose I have a PS3 code which uses some counters from tech. For example, I want to have a picture where I say see page 3, where a page 3 is actually a reference to something in my text. And because you compile images and everything else separately, I cannot use counters even if they are saved. So is it possible somehow to modify it that when you do image processing, you actually take, for example, aux file from the main tech file?
As you know, with tech, everything is possible.
Okay, are there plans to do this?
The question is only if you have enough time, and that's all. I cannot see any problem there. My idea is to use LuaTeX in the same way as LuaTeX uses Metapose. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have a library, but this is really future. And I don't know. I do not know if I must be 80 years or so if I will see it running.
Thank you.
All right, one more question. Yeah.
Thanks for the explanations for all of the different techniques, because I know it's sometimes a bit hard to know which ones you should be using at any given point in time. My PS Tool package is pretty similar to your PST to PDF program, except I do more programming in tech rather than in Perl, which isn't necessarily sensible. But one feature, and my program also doesn't do the aux file counters thing either, because of, again, the amount of time it takes to do all of these things. But one feature I thought of, but I've never done yet, is doing like a checksum on the individual image chunks that you compile, and then only recompiling the new ones, which would save some time. Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Yeah, this is done by the Perl program, but I have no real idea how Perl works. I take it only a look how something or other people did it, and I programmed it on the fly.
Okay, great, thanks.
And so it looks like.
Okay, well, can we thank our speakers?